Typical Dutch. The home country of KLM Royal Dutch Airlines is the Netherlands. In spite of what you would think, the people of the Netherlands are called Dutch and not Netherlanders. So what is special and typical about the Netherlands is called Typical Dutch. Welcome to a film focused on some typically Dutch items. In the northern part of the Netherlands, we come across the so-called scootjes. A scootje is a Frisian sailing boat of the type tjallik, originally an ordinary cargo boat, but today a prized ship and one of the icons of Friesland. In summer, these scootjes battle it out in traditional sailing competitions on the lakes of the province of Friesland. Every boat represents a city or a family who owns the boat. Outside the sailing competition, you can rent these boats to sail with the original crew and captain. Even more typical in the Netherlands are the Dutch historic mills. You find them all around the country in working condition and in many different forms for different purposes. Very special is the Zaanse Schans near Amsterdam. Some 250 years ago, the Zaanse Schans was the first industrial site worldwide and featured well over 800 mills. The mills grounded grain, controlled the water, and sawed timber. The mechanism of the timber mills is a Dutch invention and the secret behind the shipbuilding industry during the Golden Age. The Netherlands is also a land of cheese. Best known are Gouda and Edam. Cheese guilds used to be responsible for handling the cheese at the various markets. For instance, here in Alkmaar, where the spectacle is a demonstration of how this merchant's market operated in times gone by. Poffertjes are a traditional Dutch batter treat, resembling small fluffy pancakes made with yeast and flour. Poffertjes are served with powdered sugar and butter. Temporary poffertje stands appear across the Netherlands selling the little treat by the dozens. Discover the most famous poffertje stand in the center of Laren, some 30 minutes from Amsterdam. Giethoorn is an idyllic village one can compare with Venice in Italy. The village is surrounded by water and has no roads, so the only access is by water and the wooden arch bridges. You find over 180 of these wooden arch bridges in the center of the village. There are miles and miles of canals and farmhouses with thatched roofs, dating back to the 18th century, which makes it a typical Dutch experience. Situated in the eastern part of the Netherlands, this water village is a popular sight, and you will encounter people from all over the world. Boating is the most popular tourist attraction. The traditional way of boating is to putter your way around with a large stick. The majority of the canal-side restaurants also rent canoes and so-called whisper boats, driven by an electric motor. As all boat traffic is one way, it's easy to find your way in and around the city of Giethoorn, including the magnificent national park, the Weeribbenweiden, with its panoramic views. At wintertime, the frozen lakes and rivers become the playground for skaters, a sport deeply rooted in the Dutch genes and an exceptional way to be a part of the typical Dutch landscape in the wintertime. And when it's cold enough, you can catch the sensation of skating on the canals in the center of Amsterdam. The locals add to a cozy atmosphere, creating their pop-up stalls to sell chocolate milk and typical Dutch soup. The greatest typical Dutch eye-catching icon is without any doubt the tulip and the tulip fields during springtime. Many tulip fields are concentrated around the Keukenhof. The Keukenhof is a world-famous park created by the tulip dealers themselves. It presents millions of tulips in an incredible variety of colors. The tulip is often used as the symbol of our country. The Rijksmuseum is one of the hosts of the colorful Amsterdam Tulip Festival. All around the city, you will find tulips in the most exciting public locations, including the business area in the south of Amsterdam. You can encounter the symbol of the Netherlands everywhere, making the Amsterdam Tulips Festival an exciting attraction, adding charm to the city and making it a typical Dutch event.